we quickly summarize the things that we have talked about so that they stick in our head? Oh, this much we have done and it's there. So first thing that we talked about in today's class was,
Have to install.
yeah, related to installation. Before installation, I talked about two concepts, bytecode and JVM. We understand what bytecode is, what JVM is. Quickly, what is
Yes, you're
what is
right.
JVM?
Java
Java
virtual
virtual
machine
machine.
Purpose of JVM is
to convert
Convert the bytecode into
bytecode.
machine code.
yeah, to convert bytecode to machine code, or in nutshell we can say to execute bytecode. Because when it converts to machine code, it's ultimately running on our machine. Fine. After that, we talked about the concept of JDK and JRE. What is JDK? What is JRE? What is the difference?
Java development kit.
Yeah. And JRE is?
Java runtime environment.
And difference between these two?
Your JDK contains your JRE and the different compilers and the tools.
Fair. Who will install JDK and who will install JRE?
JRE is generally on the client machines because they do not have to compile the codes.
Yeah.
And the JDK is on every developer's machine because they would have to compile and run the codes.
Perfect. Awesome. So we know, like, if we have to go and download from Oracle site, then we will be downloading JDK because we want to write, compile and run. Right. After that, we came to Java. So program structure of Java we talked about. What is essential if you are writing a Java program? What does it start with?
Class.
Correct? Yeah, a class should be there. The syntax for that is public class and a class name. Right? Public is optional keyword, but still I'll say for now, just stick to this convention that yeah, we will always write public class and a class name. This will be the first line, then curly bracket. Public static void main will be the third line, then there is a curly bracket. So these 4 lines are fixed. What all can we change in these 4 lines if we want to?
Class name?
Only class name. This is in our hands, we can change it. Fine. Although we can play with public and args also, but for now just stick to this convention that public class and public static void main, we can't change anything. And in the end, since one curly bracket started here, we have to close this. One curly bracket started here, we have to close that. And this way, like I have given tab here, I could have written here also. That also would have compiled fine. This is called indentation. This helps in readability, that whenever we are inside a curly bracket, we typically give a tab and write our code. So stick to indentation, that way code looks good, it's more readable. Fine, we talked about the structure of the code. After we have written the code, how do we compile it? So let's say this program is written, first program.java is saved. How do I compile my code? Through command prompt.
Java C space program name .java.
Java C space program name .java. Perfect. How do I run it?
Java program name.
Java space program name. No dot class, no dot Java. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. After that, we talked about 3 functions: system.out.println, print and printf. What is the purpose of these? When should we use these functions?
To get the output?
Yeah, to output something from our program. And what is the difference between these 3?
Alan give one line space.
Line at the end.
Yeah, and print doesn't give a line at the end.
Printf.
And printf gives its formats.
It
like
formats.
if we have a then it formats.
Yeah, so it can be used with format specifiers. And we also talked about one more thing, which is /n inside string means new line. Right? Well, so that concludes our output functions. Then 3 concepts that I thought of talking about. Loops we will cover tomorrow because I want to do some exercises on loops, so that I'm just pushing out. Today we'll talk about these 3 more concepts and then we will wind up.